In a quiet village nestled beneath the expansive night sky, there lived a young girl named Luna. Luna was different from the other children in her village. She had a special bond with the stars. Every night, while others slept soundly in their beds, Luna would climb onto the roof of her house and gaze at the twinkling constellations above. She felt a deep connection to their shimmering lights, as if the stars were whispering secrets just for her. One particularly clear night, as Luna watched the stars, she noticed something strange. One of the stars seemed to flicker and dim, as though it were calling out for help. Concerned, Luna reached out her hand toward the star, and to her amazement, a soft, glowing light enveloped her, lifting her gently off the roof. She felt weightless, like a feather drifting on a summer breeze, and before she knew it, she was soaring toward the sky. The night sky unfolded around her, its vastness filled with countless stars and galaxies. Luna floated through the cosmos, her eyes wide with wonder, until she reached a place where the stars shone even brighter. Here, she saw them, celestial beings made of starlight, their forms shimmering like liquid gold. They were the star guardians, protectors of the night sky and keepers of the constellations. One of the guardians, a tall figure with a flowing mane of light, stepped forward. Her eyes were deep and wise, twinkling with the knowledge of countless eons. "Welcome, Luna," she said in a voice that sounded like the soft chime of a distant bell. "We have been watching you, and we know you have a special connection with the stars. That is why we have brought you here." Luna was awestruck. "Why have you brought me here?" she asked, her voice filled with curiosity and a hint of trepidation. The guardian's expression grew serious. "A great darkness is threatening to extinguish the stars. It is a force that seeks to steal their light and plunge the world into eternal night. We, the Star Guardians, are struggling to hold it back, but we need help. We need someone pure of heart and brave of spirit, someone like you." Luna felt a mix of fear and determination welling up inside her. "What can I do?" she asked, her voice trembling but resolute. The guardian extended her hand, and in her palm appeared a small, glowing orb. "This is a star gem," she explained. "It holds the essence of a fallen star. You must journey to the heart of the night sky and use the star gem to rekindle the lost light. Along the way, you will face many challenges, but you must stay true to your heart and remember the light within you." Taking the star gem from the guardian, Luna felt its warmth pulse through her fingers. She nodded with determination. "I will do it," she said, her eyes shining with resolve. The guardian smiled, a radiant, reassuring smile. "Then let us begin." With a wave of her hand, the guardian summoned a path of starlight that stretched into the distance, leading toward the heart of the night sky. Luna took a deep breath, stepping onto the path with a sense of wonder and anticipation. As she began her journey, the star guardians watched over her, their eyes filled with hope. Luna's adventure had only just begun, and she knew that the road ahead would be filled with both danger and discovery. But she also knew that she carried the light of the stars within her, a light that could guide her through even the darkest of nights. As she walked along the path of starlight, the constellations above seemed to cheer her on, their twinkling lights a reminder of the celestial friends who believed in her. Luna's heart swelled with courage, and she vowed to save the stars and protect the night sky she loved so dearly. But what awaited her in the heart of the night sky? Would she be able to rekindle the lost light and overcome the darkness threatening the stars? The answers lay ahead, in a realm of mystery and magic, where only the brave and the true of heart could prevail. Luna followed the path of starlight, feeling the warmth of the star gem in her hand. The path wound through the cosmos, past constellations that seemed to wink at her in encouragement. She marveled at the nebulae swirling with vibrant colors and the shooting stars that zipped by, leaving trails of sparkling dust. As she journeyed deeper into the night sky, Luna noticed the starlight around her dimming. The darkness seemed to grow thicker, as if trying to swallow the light. Determined, she clutched the star gem tighter, its glow her beacon against the encroaching shadows. After what felt like hours, Luna reached a vast, dark expanse where the stars were faint and scattered. At the center of this shadowy region was a swirling vortex of blackness, its edges crackling with dark energy. Luna knew this must be the source of the darkness threatening the stars. Taking a deep breath, Luna stepped closer to the vortex. The closer she got, the more she could feel its cold, malevolent pull, as if it were trying to drain her light. But she stood firm, focusing on the warmth of the star gem. Suddenly, a voice echoed from within the vortex, a voice that sent shivers down Luna's spine. It was deep and resonant, like the rumble of distant thunder. "Who dares to challenge the darkness?" it boomed. Luna squared her shoulders, her voice steady despite her fear. "I am Luna, and I have come to rekindle the lost light and protect the stars." A shape began to form within the vortex, emerging from the swirling darkness. It was a shadowy figure, tall and imposing, with eyes that glowed like embers. "You are brave, little one," the dark figure said, its voice dripping with a mix of amusement and menace. "But bravery alone will not save you here. I am the Void Keeper, and I have devoured stars and shattered constellations. Your light is no match for my darkness." Luna felt a pang of doubt but quickly pushed it aside. She held up the star gem, its glow intensifying in her hand. "I may be small, but the light I carry is powerful," she said, her voice firm. "I believe in the stars, and they believe in me." The Void Keeper laughed, a sound that echoed through the void like rolling thunder. "We shall see," it said, raising its hand. Tendrils of shadow snaked out from the vortex, reaching toward Luna, their cold touch threatening to extinguish her light. Luna's heart raced, but she stood her ground. She remembered the Guardian's words about staying true to her heart and focusing on the light within. Closing her eyes, she concentrated on the warmth of the star gem, feeling its energy flow through her. The gem's light grew brighter, pushing back against the shadows. The tendrils recoiled, and the Void Keeper snarled, its eyes blazing. "You have more strength than I expected," it growled. "But this is only the beginning. The darkness runs deep, and you will have to face your own fears if you wish to defeat me." With a wave of its hand, the Void Keeper conjured a swirling portal. "Enter this portal and face the trials of shadow," it commanded. "Only if you succeed will you find the heart of the night and the power to restore the stars." Luna stared at the portal, its swirling depths filled with a darkness that seemed to pulse with life. She knew she had no choice. If she was to save the stars, she would have to confront whatever lay beyond. Summoning all her courage, Luna stepped into the portal. The world around her spun, and she felt herself falling through a tunnel of shadows, the star gem's light her only guide. When the spinning stopped, Luna found herself in a dark, eerie forest. The trees were tall and twisted, their branches like skeletal hands reaching out to ensnare her. The air was thick with mist, and the only sound was the rustle of unseen creatures moving in the shadows. Before Luna could take a step, a soft voice echoed through the mist. "Welcome, Luna," it said. "To pass the trials of shadow, you must face the darkness within and find the light that can guide you through." Luna looked around, her heart pounding. She knew that this was a test, not just of her bravery but of her inner strength. As she took her first step into the shadowy forest, the star gem's light flickered, casting long, wavering shadows on the path ahead. In the distance, she could see faint, glowing orbs, like tiny stars trapped in the forest's gloom. She knew she had to reach them to gather the light needed to confront the Void Keeper. Each orb represented a piece of the light she carried within her, a reminder of the courage and hope that had brought her this far. Taking a deep breath, Luna began her journey through the dark forest, determined to find the orbs and rekindle the light that would guide her through the trials of shadow. The path ahead was uncertain, but Luna knew that as long as she held onto the star gem and the light within her heart, she could face whatever challenges lay ahead. Luna moved cautiously through the shadowy forest, the star gem's light her only guide. Each step was fraught with uncertainty, the twisted branches seeming to whisper warnings as she passed. The first glowing orb appeared ahead, suspended in the mist like a beacon. Luna reached out and touched it gently, feeling a surge of warmth and light flow through her. With each orb she found, the darkness around her seemed to recede slightly, and the star gem's glow grew brighter. But the forest also threw new challenges in her path. She faced illusions that played on her deepest fears: losing her family, failing her mission, and being alone in the dark forever. Luna had to remind herself of the love and courage she carried within her to dispel these fears and move forward. Finally, Luna collected the last orb, and a radiant light burst forth, dispelling the shadows completely. She found herself at the edge of the dark forest, facing a grand, starlit archway that led into a vast, open expanse. Beyond it lay the heart of the night, a serene, celestial garden where the essence of all stars was nurtured. As she stepped through the archway, Luna felt a profound sense of peace. The heart of the night was breathtaking, with trees made of starlight and a sky shimmering with endless constellations. At the center of this magical place stood a magnificent fountain, its waters sparkling with liquid light. Hovering above the fountain was a colossal, radiant star, the heart of the night. Luna approached the fountain, the star gem pulsating in her hand. She knew what she had to do. Holding the star gem high, she channeled all the light and hope she had gathered, directing it toward the heart of the night. The gem's light merged with the fountain's glow, creating a brilliant beacon that illuminated the entire realm. The heart of the night responded, its light intensifying until it shone brighter than any star. The darkness that had threatened the night sky was swept away, replaced by a resplendent, radiant light that restored the stars to their former glory. Suddenly, the Void Keeper appeared, its form flickering between shadow and light. But this time, the malevolent force looked diminished, its power drained by the restored light. "You have defeated me, Luna," the Void Keeper said, its voice no longer booming but a faint echo. "The stars are safe, and your courage has triumphed." Luna felt a wave of relief wash over her. "It wasn't just my courage," she said, her voice steady and clear. "It was the light of the stars, the hope in my heart, and the support of the Star Guardians. Together, we restored the light." With a final nod, the Void Keeper dissolved into the air, leaving behind only a trail of fading shadows. The starlit garden shimmered with renewed energy, and the Star Guardians appeared, their forms radiant and joyous. The lead guardian, the one who had first brought Luna to the stars, approached her with a smile. "You have done it, Luna. You have saved the stars and brought back the light. Your bravery and kindness have proven that even the smallest light can shine through the greatest darkness." Luna's heart swelled with pride and joy. "Thank you," she said, her eyes glistening. "But what happens now?" The guardian placed a gentle hand on Luna's shoulder. "Now you return home, carrying the light within you. The stars will always watch over you, and you will always be welcome among them. But remember, the light you've restored here will shine in your world too, guiding others just as it has guided you." With a wave of her hand, the guardian summoned a path of starlight that led back to Luna's village. Luna took one last look at the magnificent heart of the night, feeling a deep connection to the stars and the cosmos. She stepped onto the path, and the star gem's light guided her back through the night sky, back to the world below. Luna found herself once more on the roof of her house, the first rays of dawn touching the horizon. She looked up at the sky, where the stars still twinkled faintly against the growing light of day. They seemed to wink at her, a silent promise that their light would always be with her. As Luna climbed down from the roof, she felt a profound sense of peace and accomplishment. She knew that her adventure had changed her, filling her heart with the courage and light needed to face any darkness. The stars had trusted her with their light, and she had proven that even the smallest star could make a difference. From that day on, Luna became a guiding light in her village, helping others with the wisdom and bravery she had gained. And every night, as she gazed up at the twinkling constellations, she felt the star guardians watching over her, their celestial light a constant reminder of the magical journey she had undertaken.